Hey everybody, and welcome to All Day Tea Party. My name is Novi Goodman. I'm your host, and here we're going to figure life out together, ask the big questions, and learn more about ourselves, all while making sure not to take ourselves too seriously in the process. So, a couple of housekeeping things. We have a YouTube channel now, so yay, it's at ADTP Podcast, I believe, and we also have a TikTok, adtp.pod. Follow us, subscribe, figure that out. And today I am joined with one of my sweet, sweet friends and very special guest, Olivia. Hey, girl.
Hello. Okay, yeah, I'm so happy to be here today on the pod. First guest. Let's see how this goes. It's my first time on a podcast.
Okay, so let's first start with introducing yourself.
Yeah.
How did we meet?
Yeah.
All that good stuff. Tell us about you.
Absolutely. So I met Zenobia probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago when she moved to Boston. Z went to school with my roommate, Avery. We've just really stayed in the same circle since then. And something about me, or like, I guess. All right, so I've lived in Boston for around 6 years now. I went to school at Mass Art here in Boston, and now I work at a small fashion company here. Super cool, woman-owned. And then I have my own brand as well called Olive that I'm just kind of working on now. I do sweatshirts, and I really love making prints, so I'll put them on anything. Right now we are doing sweatshirts, but I've done like shirts and hats, and it's fun to play. But yeah, and then my end goal is to do sustainable swimwear. So we're kind of playing, but I'm promoting Olive a little bit today. I love collaborating with my friends who are super into small business, fun. So yeah, we'll see how this goes today. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
All right. All right. So this is Liv. I'm so excited. As we said, first guest of the pod.
Woohoo!
I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So instead of our normal weekly updates, we're going to do some pop culture weekly updates.
Yeah.
So as y'all know, our Spotify Wraps came out. We're Wrapped, but Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah.
Wraps? Well, no, it would be Wraps. Anyways,
I don't know.
whatever. Spotify Wrapped did its thing this week.
Yeah.
So, Miss Liv,
Yeah.
who was your top artist?
Mine was very unexpected this year. It was Wild Rivers, which is like a small indie band that opened up for the Chicks that I saw in New Hampshire.
Wait, I forgot you guys saw them.
Yeah,
Wait,
so I
that's
saw the
so
Chicks,
fun.
which is awesome, but the Chicks were nowhere on my Wraps. But Wild Rivers was, so I recommend them. Go check them out. They're my number one. And then my number one song was, I think, Float by Flume.
Ooh.
Which is also completely different. Yeah. What about you?
Okay, so my number one artist was Beyonce,
Yep.
which I don't think that's surprising anybody. It definitely didn't surprise me. I feel like I've had the same like top five just like rotated for like the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Like it's always like Meg Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, like SZA. Like it's usually that. So my top one was Beyonce. I don't know what my top song was actually. I think from like, if I were to guess, probably Church Girl by Beyonce, because I'm obsessed with Beyonce.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like your music taste is so eclectic, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Beyonce.
This year was not what I was expecting at all. And then at the end they were like, your music has been very emotional and sad. And I feel like I haven't had that crazy of a year, so I don't know why it's fully showing in my music, but it was some good stuff.
Yeah,
the stuff was good.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
We love Spotify.
I love also like seeing everyone's stories for the first like 5 hours when it breaks.
Right.
I love it until like 2 days later when it's still on. And
Yeah.
I'm like, everyone's stuff is the same. It's Taylor
Right.
Swift. Obviously, we have Drake. We have Beyonce in there. We have maybe Noah Khan.
Right.
Like,
I saw somebody that like all of their top 5 songs were Noah Khan songs. And I was like, are you okay? like, are you all right?
I mean, I like it because it like shows how many people have similar tastes, and then like
Right.
there's some oddballs that have completely different tastes.
Yeah.
And I respect them. I respect posting it. I really do. If you post your Spotify Wrapped, good for you.
Yeah, I don't post mine because I'm like,
it shows your whole soul.
It really does.
It's very exposing.
Yeah.
So whoever posts that,
Yes.
shout out to you. I will not be posting this year. Just on the pod.
Just on the pod.
I'll out myself in the pod.
So that's our number one pop culture thing. Then we can talk about Miss T Swift and Dumois.
Yeah.
What is going on there?
I honestly don't know. Can you fill us in a little bit?
Okay, so from my understanding, I'm heavy on my understanding because I usually don't know shit about shit. But so I think Dumois posted something about like the fact that, you know, their sources kind of said that like Taylor Swift was engaged to Joe Alwyn
Yeah, I saw a
and
little
like
bit.
and or like pregnant or something like that. Like just something outlandish and
Something
like
heavy.
Right, something very heavy, something outlandish. And her publicist, I think her name, she's like redhead, so pretty. But I think her name is Tree. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okay. She basically like quoted the tweet and said something to the effect of like, y'all need to stop this. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So like something to the effect of that. And I was like, oh, like, interesting. And then I did some more research and realized like Dumois is like kind of obsessed with this idea that Taylor Swift was once engaged and like, you know what I mean? Like they've just been like floating that. And I'm like, this is weird, guys.
I
like,
also, with Dumois, I'm always very curious, like who is giving this insight? And sometimes I'm like, is it just Dumois themselves spreading false narratives, especially like anything with Taylor Swift right now will obviously go crazy.
Right.
So
I feel like people are always up, like, you know what I mean? Like people are always like down her throat, but like extra recently, like to a point where I'm like, girl, like let her,
she's doing well.
Right.
No one
she's like
success.
doing great. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, no. So, but, question for you.
Yeah.
Which do you think is going to be released first, debut or Reputation?
I think I saw something about Reputation coming out soon because she was wearing the same dress, like the same type of silver.
But then I thought, well, that was also at Beyonce's premiere. So I was like that could be like Renaissance, but like it could also be Reputation.
I don't know. I know she does all the crazy Easter eggs and like so I saw that and I was thinking maybe that, but that's the only clue that I've seen. I haven't seen anything else.
Okay. I personally think it's going to be Reputation and then Debut.
Yeah.
Just because that was their first one. It's going to be her last one.
Yeah.
I'm also very curious because I know, like, in Debut, like, she had herself a thick little country accent. So I'm like, are the re-recordings going to be like that too? Different. Like, I'm very intrigued to see. But anyways.
Maybe she'll go back to her roots and, like, bring out the guitar.
Right.
That'd be really cool.
That would be really cute.
Like, sit down type thing.
Right. Like, I remember, like, young Taylor Swift, like, super curly hair, like, guitar, like, country girl, like, I don't know. I loved her. Yeah. Like, but anyways, those are our pop culture updates. Dumois is Dumois. Okay, so now we're going to do something a little bit fun and funky. So this week we're kind of centering the episode around like fashion and all that good stuff. We'll get a little bit more into that. But we are going, in place of Courtney's in session, we are going to share our favorite articles of clothing in our closet.
Yep.
Would you like to go first, Miss Olivia?
Yes, I think. So I brought a couple things, but so right now
do you want to show the people?
Yeah, I can show.
Okay, slay.
So right now we're in the beginning of December. Here in Boston, the weather is like kind of gloomy. It's a lot of like layering, but that's kind of what I do all year long. But I think just right now, let's see if I can get it. I have it in white and I have it in stripe, but my like favorite piece right now is just simply a button up. I have my long, extra large white button up. Anything that I can wear multiple different ways and like wear it to work, wear it out with cute little skirt and red boots, something fun. And it's just easy. You can wear like a bodysuit underneath or just button it up and wear like a vest on top. Like there's so many ways. So a classic button up, I think I got mine at like Goodwill or Savers. And I have my white one and then I have like a green and white stripe. But I probably have like 10. But the green and white stripe right now, I love green. For this type of season, it's great for fall and for winter. And yeah, I have like some slip dresses. I have vests, but I would think kind of a button up right now. It's my
Yeah, I love it.
one thing I can't live without right now.
Yeah,
It's a
absolutely
button
not.
up.
Yeah, I love a good button up.
What about you?
Okay, so I'll go over here and grab her. But my favorite, well, this isn't an article of, I'll show you guys an article of clothing and an accessory. My favorite accessory is this yellow Coach purse.
Yep, and I have the same one in light blue.
Yes,
I should have brought it.
I'm obsessed with her. She's so cute. I also just I love Coach. I think it's very much giving classic brand.
Yeah.
But I love this one. It's bright yellow. I got it in a thrift store in Iowa.
I love it.
I know. I just happened to be in Iowa. No, I was visiting one of my best friends. But yeah, so I love that purse. I think it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I feel like I tend to sometimes I'll wear a lot of black. You know what I mean? I'll do black turtleneck and dark jeans and stuff like that. So I feel like this is really, really good for a pop of color.
Absolutely.
And then secondly, I'm not going to grab it because it's really long, but maybe we'll post the pictures in the show notes. Yeah, we'll do that. Anyways, so I have this long denim dress that I am just obsessed with. It's great for the summer because you can kind of unbutton the buttons and it's, it's giving free, but it's also perfect for the winter because again, layering, love a good layer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that jeans dress and that's that.
And denim's denim, well, you could never go wrong, but right now, denim on denim, layers, huge. It's kind of crazy, but I love it. The full on Canadian tuxedo.
Yes.
Full back. You could wear
That's what you
dress.
call that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that.
I mean, that's what I've been calling it. Maybe I'm wrong.
I
on
love
that
Canada.
One. Yeah, I love their tuxedos. But yeah, if you wear that with the jean jacket, no one's gonna care. They're gonna love it. So,
yeah. Every time I see denim on denim, no matter how it looks, I think Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake at the VMAs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It does not matter. If it's different shades of denim, I don't care. That's where my brain automatically goes. So I think it's a slay regardless.
Now with your Coach bag, Coach is having a complete rebrand
yes,
right now.
I'm
you said
obsessed.
You got a new bag, right?
I did get a new Coach purse.
Black Friday.
Yes,
deal?
absolutely. Because I feel okay, so towards it's really weird because when I was in college, at the beginning they were it was very much don't walk around with a purse. That was, you know what I mean? I don't know if this was just me and the people I knew, but in 2018 it just did not feel cool to walk around with a purse.
Why? Because you're only having your card and your phone
right.
on you don't need it.
Yeah, because I remember I was obsessed with the little phone wallets where I didn't have to bring a purse. I don't know why, because I love purses and I have a lot of them, but I was just this is not cool.
Yeah.
And that was just so silly. But now towards the end of my college career, I was you know what, I want to feel like a grown-ass woman.
Yeah.
So I was I need purses.
Yeah.
So I had this one, I still have it, but it's this one fuzzy black purse, super cute. But I was you know what, I want to elevate that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to make it look mid-20s. So that's how we landed on the new Coach purse. It's just a very classic purse. Maybe I will also post a picture of that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Favorite accessories right now. You could post that.
Yeah.
Be cute.
Amazing. So those are our favorite articles of clothing. So we're just going to get straight into the episode. Just a little note, this is going to be a two-parter, which is so exciting. The parts will be posted at the same time, but just so you don't listen to a super, super long pod.
Yeah.
We're going to split this into two. So classic clean out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk
it.
about her. Yeah. So I'll start because basically I am always in the process of cleaning out my closet. I am very much I want to have staple pieces, stuff like that. I'm constantly cycling things out, blah, 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 blah. So my closet is in just a constant state of disarray.
Yeah.
Always. I know that you have the opposite problem. So.
I don't know if it's the opposite problem, but I am a hoarder, so I don't want to get rid of my stuff ever, and I love clothes. So I think the only time I get rid of clothes is if they don't fit me anymore.
Right.
If I outgrow them, or if they just get dirty.
Yeah.
But if it's still in one piece and still fits me, I will not get rid of it, even if it's ugly. I don't think anything's really ugly. Ugly's in fashion. It'll be cute.
Yeah.
But So what I do for like closet clean out, if I am getting rid of things, which we're thinking like what I have too much of. And I think right now I have way too many sweaters. So like for things like that you always need a sweater. The winter's super long. But I have way too many. So things like that I have 2 younger sisters, give it to them. Sometimes we do like a kind of a clothing swap with friends, which then like I know things are going to a good home. Or if I decide I want it back, I can take it back. If I'm like, oh wait, I like that sweater. And then I'll give it to Goodwill too. But I really try to not overbuy, really just buy things that I like. And I'm really into patterns. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of, if I'm buying something that's like a zebra print or something, like I need to have multiple different ways to wear it, multiple different things. So, and like a dress, I'll try to wear it in every season. So I try just to not overbuy. Instead of doing like a closet clean out too often, I try to only buy things that I'll wear multiple times, mm-hmm. multiple seasons. And yeah, so I do that, and I do a clothing rack. So I like lay my clothes out on that to see what I've got.
Right.
Changes throughout the season. Sometimes things stay.
I've started doing that too. Like I love a good clothing rack. Yeah. So I'm like definitely at a point where I'm like, okay, like you said, like buying things that you can wear multiple times is like ideal.
Yeah.
I guess something I have too much of, mm-hmm. I have like way too many pairs of jeans.
Okay.
And like, so for the longest time, I was on the hunt for the perfect pair of jeans.
Okay. Did you find it?
No.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, I literally one day spent like 2.5 hours in the Levi's store trying on every single pair of jeans, like just trying to find this like perfect fit. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe the perfect fit doesn't exist. It's fine. You don't need one pair of perfect jeans. Mm-hmm. So then I ended up buying more jeans.
Okay.
And then I'm like looking around in my denim and I'm like, okay, like this is fine and these are like good quality jeans, but like I still haven't gotten that pair that I need. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm gonna rely on thrifting for that. Yeah. But I feel like when it comes to giving stuff away, mm-hmm. like kind of the same thing, like I'll give it to friends.
Yeah,
and
clothing swaps.
Yeah, so we'll do that, which is always fun. Like somebody always has something to do
new.
a little switcheroo with. Yeah. I did attempt a Plato's Closet in like January. It was the biggest waste of time.
No. I've never done it.
I gave them so much stuff. And I'm talking like
how much money did you make?
It's like embarrassing.
Like $5?
I gave them like, I think 3. Well, the first thing is that, so I gave them a bunch of stuff, like 3 bags of things. And like, it's pretty good quality. Like I'm talking J. Crew, Banana Republic. Yeah. Like, you know, like I'm not giving them clothes that like, you know, are old either. Like, you know, everything's really intact. And so, you know, they do their sorting through and they're like, oh, well, we can only take this stuff. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, why can you only take this stuff? And he's like, oh, the rest of this is like out of fashion. What? And I was like, excuse me, number one. And then I was looking around Plato's Closet and I'm like literally seeing stuff from Shein. Yeah. And I'm like,
that's what I've been really intrigued by that recently at thrift stores. I feel like they're also getting overstocked.
Yeah.
From, like, people are probably bringing their stuff from Shein, but also like, I see a ton of, I don't even know what brand it was, but like Shein adjacent.
Yeah.
Like Buffalo Exchange.
Like, like stuff like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a ton of it.
Yeah.
So weird. Rude they didn't take your stuff.
Right. And I was like, okay. And I think I want to say they gave me like $30. Like I got it and I was like, maybe I could buy a couple cocktails. Like, I don't know what I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I packed those like bags to the brim. Ugh. So Plato's Closet did not work out for me.
No.
I don't know, have you tried Poshmark? Because I've sold a couple of things on Poshmark before. It just takes so long that like, you know what I mean? Like I'll have the thing sitting like, and then by the time it sells on Poshmark, I'm like, I don't like want to do this anymore. But
it's
I mean,
a full-time job.
It really is.
Like Poshmark or ThredUp or Depop. Yeah. I've never been able to do it.
I don't think I'm cool enough to do Depop. It's like when people post on Depop, like it's so intimidating. Yeah. Like, you know, everything just looks so aesthetic. Like I don't think I'm cool enough to post on Depop.
And I've never bought anything there because I worry about sizing and like returning and the whole thing. No.
Yeah, I don't know if they do returns. Anyways, whatever. If all else fails though, I'm good with a little Goodwill.
Yeah.
Run.
So for your closet clean out, you have too many jeans.
Yeah.
What do you have anything like? Do you like clean it out based on the season? Like, when are you like cleaning out your closet? Like once a year? Like,
honestly,
when do you go
it's
through
usually
it?
like once
Or like
a
just
year.
naturally?
Yeah, it just like
Yeah.
it comes about. Like the last time I did a big clean out was in January, and honestly I'm still trying to pick up the pieces from like that was like a big one. So I'm still like, last January I kind of got rid of like a bunch of like winter stuff because that's kind of what was in my closet, because I rotate my closet seasonally, so I don't have enough space to put like everything all at once. So then I what was it? Oh yeah. So I did a big clean out, and then summer happened, and then I was like, oh, I'll just deal with like all the stuff I'm missing in the fall. And then fall came, and I was like, oh, I don't have a lot of sweatshirts and like in between jackets. Like I had to get a lot of those, and that was like obviously a lot of thrifting, and I use Nuuly, so like there was a lot of that too. I love Nuuly. I'm obsessed with her. So I was able to like rebuild that way. But yeah, I think the closet, I think I'm at the point where like, okay, I'm done with like closet clean outs, and I've been focusing a lot on like buying like good quality basics and like accent pieces, like you know, one or the other. So I do need to get rid of some jeans because the same kind of thing, like I try to get rid of things as well when they don't fit me right. I'm just like, okay, we gotta let that go. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's that on like closet clean outs. So
maybe I will try a subscription service instead of buying more clothes.
I love new, like I'm literally obsessed with that. It's like 6 pieces and
once a month.
But you can like pause it anytime. That's what I really like about it, is because like some months I don't want to use it. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't need it. And I remember like last year I had my holiday party for my company, and instead of like going to Nordstrom and like buying a bunch of dresses, I literally just rented like 5 from Nuuly.
Oh, it's awesome.
And like tried them on. And then I just got to return it, because you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to do anything with like this black tie dress. I'm not going to do anything with that. So all right. Nice. Closet clean out. Okay. So we talked a little bit about cleaning out our closets, and we kind of touched on the idea of like recycling pieces and like making sure that like you can use things more than once. So, you know, as we lead into the section, I have a little question for you. Who is one of your fashion icons, and how have you used like something in your closet and kind of based it off of like what they've worn?
I think so. I was thinking actually a lot about this, and there are people that I think I get inspiration from without even like thinking about it. Just like being on my phone. And I really love like photo shoots. Like I like kind of funky, eclectic, over the top style, even if it's like not fully the way I dress. I like to mix prints, like to mix patterns. So I love a lot of like Emma Chamberlain. I've always been into her. I haven't followed her like to a T. Like I haven't followed her trends to a T. But she does like funky photo shoots that I've always been into. Fran Dresser. I don't know what her full name is, but she's in The Nanny.
God, from The Nanny. I am obsessed with her.
I've been told I just started watching The Nanny recently, actually, and I've been told by so many people that I dress similarly. You do,
to her. Like, you know what, the red boots you like, the tall red boots, they kind of remind me of like her.
She does like a lot of prints. Like, she's crazy.
There's this one episode, there's just like one outfit of hers that comes to mind, and it's like a red turtleneck, I think, and like a black mini skirt and like tall boots. Like that's 1000% like something I could see you wearing.
I love like fall like winter outfits. And that's totally like, she's so cool. Who else? I don't know. I know honestly, Fran's probably the biggest right now.
Fair. I love her.
What about you?
So, I feel like my style is like a little less eclectic. Like it's very like classic. Like it's very like, you know, solid colors, staple pieces, and like I don't know, you can attest to this. Like that's kind of just like how it is. And somebody that I kind of look to and like I'm looking for ideas is honestly Carrie Bradshaw. Like okay, so there's this episode where she was hanging out with Big.
I love Big. I'm a big girl. I'll say that live in the pod.
I'm an Aiden girly, but like an Aiden girly in general. Like Aiden not for Carrie, but maybe like Aiden for me.
100%. I think unfortunately, Big for Carrie and Big also for myself. But yes, all right. So yes, Carrie Bradshaw.
Yeah, so
a queen.
You know, like kind of like the button up you show.
Yes.
So there's this outfit in the show when she's like hanging out with Big, and like I think somehow like her dress got wet, or I think you remember the one like she fell in the pond or something, and she creates this outfit where like it's just a long button up and like a belt, and I literally thought that outfit was so cute. And then we went to an Old Dominion concert this summer, and if you recall, I kind of tried to do something like that where I was like button up belt, and I was like, I'm obsessed. So like I think I will literally like look at Carrie Bradshaw outfits and like Pinterest boards and stuff like that when I'm like trying to think of like, okay, how can I repurpose a piece of clothing? Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you just need to garner inspo, like if that makes sense. Like there's a lot of, especially, and I know you like touched on this earlier, where like there's no clothing that's exactly ugly. Like it's just like a matter of how you can make it work. Yeah. And I feel like I've been trying a lot to like make it work. So yeah, definitely Carrie Bradshaw, because I feel like it's just very like interesting, fun style. And then now that you mentioned Fran, I think I remember watching The Nanny when I was younger and being like, this woman is an icon. And I don't know why I haven't kept up with that in adulthood. So I need to go on Pinterest and look at her outfits.
I'm a big Pinterest girly, but I don't know. I'm always into like, I mean, right now I'm super into almost like fall, like Christian girl autumn. I don't even know how else to put it, but like just like plaids, checks, shades of brown, cream. I mean, of course, red is huge right now, and green. I really love green. I think you look amazing in green. I feel like whenever I see you, you're in green.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
I feel like I don't.
Green tank top. Like you're in the green tank top, and then you have a beautiful green like silk dress.
Wait, you're right. Yeah. I do. Oh
I
my
love
gosh.
Zenobia in green. I put her in green today, but no, I love orange too. I feel like that's like I'm a huge color girly. Yeah. Like anything kind of like on the darker scale, so like dark orange, dark red, dark green, dark blue right now. That's X-Nay purple. I'm not into that. Yellow, also not into right now.
I feel like yellow doesn't look good on me.
I don't think it looks good on me either.
Yeah, I feel like it's like I saw somewhere that it's like not about like your skin tone, it's about your undertone.
Oh,
so, if you have like cool undertone. I don't really know.
I don't know. I think I'm olive, but I don't fully know.
I did like the color palette thing, and it said I was a deep winter. And honestly, for a little bit, I was like dressing like my color palette, and I was like, maybe you're right.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I honestly should look into that because especially if you're wearing like a turtleneck and it like goes right up to your face, that's huge to be able to like kind of match and look good. I think I wore an orange the other day and someone was like, that is your color. That is your to go with your skin. I was like, okay. I think I put us on a little bit of a tangent there. Colors.
But I also like I've been so into hot pink.
Yes.
Like that.
Hot pink looks great on you too for your birthday.
I am obsessed. So for those of you who don't know, I had a birthday weekend this year rather than just one day, because how could I ever just have one day? No. But I had a birthday weekend, and the entire weekend I like co-opted the color hot pink. So it was like, y'all can wear whatever you want.
Not hot pink.
But don't wear hot pink. And like I loved it. Yeah. And like even now, like I kind of see myself like gravitating towards pink a lot. Yeah. Like I'm obsessed with it. Like I thought about getting like a pink duvet.
Ooh. Yeah. I love pink, especially after Barbie.
Right?
Pink is bad.
It's like it made like pink cool again. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's fun. It's for the girls.
It's such a fun color. But yeah, so those are our fashion icons and colors we like.
I feel like I have someone else too. I feel bad that I'm forgetting about them.
You know who I really look to?
Who?
Hailey Bieber.
Yeah, I was low-key thinking her in the back of my head. She's very like ballerina core.
Yes.
Which is huge.
Yeah, she is. I do like her style.
Like a big, she's so small though that like she does oversized.
Right.
Which like it might not look as good on me who's like more mid-size. But like she wears
oversized stuff looks horrible on me.
I just like I feel like it makes me look big. If I'm wearing oversized sometimes, but I'm not like I can wear an oversized jacket with a small skirt and boots. But like if I'm doing big jacket, I'm not gonna do big pants. But I think there's like a picture of her wearing like this big red leather jacket.
Yes, I recall. I
don't know if it's an ad or what, but like I'm super into that. And I also like growing up, my mom is not a huge fashionista. She just kind of wears what she's comfortable in, but she has 5 sisters, and they are like so cool and so like very much like beachy and also eclectic, and they'll like kind of just like hippies and have like
I love
curly
that.
hair and are wearing also like sea glass necklaces and really cool, like kind of like anthropology-esque
Anthro.
style.
I can't wait till I can walk into an anthro
Yeah.
and just pick things up and not even look at the price tag.
I worked at Anthropology just to get the discount.
It's like a hefty discount,
It's a
isn't
hefty
it?
discount, but still, it's just like the stuff is so expensive.
It is.
And it's hard to figure out what you want.
They have a great clearance section, though.
I know. That's where I get like
eyebrows.
my zebra dresses from there.
Really?
I have pajamas from the clearance section. I'm a clearance girly.
I love Anthro. Well, you know what? They're on Newly too, because
didn't know
that
that.
like whole conglomerate. I think it's like Urban, Anthro, like all of them.
Yeah.
They're so like basically anything in Anthro, you can like try to find it on Newly, and that's kind of what I've been doing.
Oh, that's awesome.
But like I love Anthropology.
Yeah, me too.
Proceed.
Always.
I'm sorry.
No, I think that's it. Those are my icons. Those are my icons right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think one thing that I do like doing, speaking of our moms, so my mom, she likes to shop. Like, homegirl has a lot of clothes.
Okay.
I'm also a little annoyed with her because I'll see like pictures of her from like the 90s and she'll be wearing like such cute stuff.
And you're like, where did this go?
Right. And I'm like, you didn't even consider me? Like, that's really rude that you didn't even think that I would want this denim dress.
I know. I'm a huge hand-me-down girl.
Yes.
I love them.
And I was like, you didn't even like keep any of this?
Yeah.
And she was like, girl, I wasn't thinking about you. like we moved around a lot. Like you and your future closet were the least of my worries.
No, rent a U-Haul or something.
Right. I'm like, hello.
Storage
So
unit.
I was like talking to my mom the other day and I was like, yeah, I really need this new Coach purse.
Yeah.
Because my daughter is going to wear it. And
Exactly.
she was like, what daughter?
She'll love it.
Right. And I'm like, she's not here yet, but she will be. But so my mom obviously is much older than me. And I loved like going into her closet and like styling her stuff as a 23-year-old.
Yeah.
Like I have so much fun with that.
So fun.
So it's like not exactly recycling my own pieces,
Yeah.
but my mom's. Like I make
Yeah.
it like a little game. Like she'll have a skirt and I'm like, ooh, this would look really cute with like this crop top or just kind of like adjusting.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm like,
That's so fun.
I just love playing around in people's closets.
Me too. I feel like when I was young, so I've always been into fashion, and I was like, well, I'd always think about myself in my 20s. Like,
Right.
When I'm in my 20s, I'll wear this or have this lifestyle, or like I'll have like big girl money, which I don't know if I've ever had big girl money, but I can buy my own things.
Right.
And I feel like I'm just starting to like fit into clothes the way I want to.
Yeah, same.
And like I used to like in college following all the trends and everything, but now it's like my personal style, which maybe other people have seen on me for years, but like I'm just starting to find it now, I
Right.
feel like. And like all these clothes that were my aunt's now fit me.
Yeah.
The way like they fit them when they were my age. And like just I feel like now I'm in this for like probably the next 10 years I'll probably be the same size. So
Right.
it's like what can I wear that I want to keep?
Yeah, and it's so nice to like get to this point where you're like, you know what, clothes are fitting me the way I want them to. Like
Let's buy something good.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, it feels so nice to go into a store and be like, you know what, I'm going to buy this like really good quality thing because I know that this fits my personal style.
Exactly.
And like, it's such a good feeling. Like, I'm obsessed with it.
Especially with like jackets or shoes. Tops always change. I feel like
Yeah, absolutely.
and like pants, if it's like staple jeans and stuff.
Right.
Or skirts, those are easy. But yeah, I feel like right now I have like a great jacket selection. that
Yeah.
like,
I need to like
this
up
works.
mine, but like I love like a fun little jacket.
Yes.
Like I didn't realize, especially like in the north, because I think I was talking to you about this, talking to the I think I was talking to you about this yesterday, but it's like sometimes I find jackets be a little hard because like we live in Boston, we live in the Northeast.
Yeah.
So it's like, how am I going to style a cute jacket when I have to wear like my large Patagonia because it's negative 20 degrees outside?
Yeah.
Like, but
I work with trying to do we were saying this yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, we can't style.
Right.
We can't style that.
Right. Like,
You have
it
to-
is what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
it has to be cold.
Right. Like, you know, I got to commit to the fit.
Yeah.
But before we get to that point
Yeah.
where it's like -20, I think that's
Yeah.
where like the fun, like in between jackets come
Yeah.
in. Like, I love like a jacket and like a turtleneck. Like,
Yeah.
I think that just like, you know what I
Layering
mean?
underneath.
Especially, right.
Yeah.
Especially if I know I'm going to be outside, like I'll center an outfit around the jacket.
Yeah.
Like, I'm obsessed with it. So, yeah. Jackets, staple pieces.
I like them.
Our mom's closet. Okay. So that's the end of part one, where, like I said, we're going to split this up. So here's part one.
Yep.
We're going to do a little I'm rattled, but we're going to stay on theme and
Yeah.
make it fashion
Yes.
themed.
Yeah.
So we're going to do our least favorite trend from the 2022 Sheen explosion.
Oh God.
It's a dark time.
Yeah.
All right. You go first, Miss Girl.
So I think, I'm going to say, which I think is going to come back, and I think I'll wear it again, but I'm picturing specifically, which I feel like maybe you have it too, because I feel like we're similar on this, but it's like and they sold it at Zara too, so it went all over the place, but this like sweater that zips up, and it goes in green, but they have different colors, and it had like fur at the
Yes.
here, and then also like the cuffs were furry, just like playing with color and fur, and it was like maybe zigzag on it, and just like I feel like 2020, and like we were talking about this yesterday, how people just like, which maybe I do still now, like people just wanted to see like or feel something, so like it was just
So we shopped.
explosion of like prints, colors, textures, like a new trend every day, but it's like a variation of the same thing, whether it's like squiggles or polka dots or just like then like 90s kind of,
Yeah.
but also crazy. And I think the problem with that really was that none of it was like long lasting,
No.
and it's stuff that you can't wear all the time. It's stuff that, okay, you're wearing this crazy sweater, you can wear that now, and then you can wear it again in like a couple of weeks.
Right.
You can't, it's like not repeat clothing.
Yeah.
And just like crazy neon.
Yeah. It was just
things.
like you said, like
Very
it was,
fast fashion.
Right. Very
Yeah.
fast fashion, very bright, lots of patterns. I would say that my least favorite was, do you remember, like I'm like envisioning a very specific pair, but it's those like their pants and like they
yeah.
were bright colors and they had
Yes.
squiggles.
Yes.
And
Why did I know you were gonna say that for some reason?
And like, yes, I had a pair because
Yeah.
of course I did.
Yeah.
But like when I, you know, once the dust settled
Yeah.
and I looked at my closet and I was like, oh, what are these? Why did I only wear them one
Yeah.
time? And why are they still here?
Exactly.
So that's what rattled me.
It's just stuff that like they want you to buy, and like
Yeah.
when you get it, you're like, oh my gosh, what is this?
Right.
Like,
and you
love
wear it like once and
but
you're
then
like,
never again.
Yeah.
And it's like stalking all of Buffalo Exchange. I'm like, okay. Or I mean, platform shoes are still going now. I love platform, but like I feel like the really crazy like Steve Madden stomping
Yeah.
ones, like they were even popular last year. Like these trends like continued from 2020 to just last year, but I have them. I bought a pair. It's like the Mary Jane
Right.
thick Steve Madden shoes. I don't like them anymore.
yeah,
Like I'm like,
exactly.
no, this
That's the
isn't.
thing. It's like you buy them and you're like, I don't like those anymore. Like,
And I
yeah.
wanted them so bad the season previous, and now I'm like, no, it's not
Yeah.
timeless. It's like weird looking. I look strange. But yeah, just crazy, quick, fast fashion. Like everything looked cheap, even if it
Yeah.
wasn't.
Because I think like it was like, you know what I mean? Like,
They made it so quick.
yeah, like, well, I remember at one point it was taking like 2 months for Shein packages to come in. I would just also like to state, I only did one Shein haul. I only did one.
I fell victim in college to like Fashion Nova, all those, but it was like because I had no money,
Yeah.
and two was like, oh, I'm going to this Halloween party, I'm going to this event. It's like buying quick clothes for events. Now I don't really have that type of stuff, or if I do, I don't need to wear like a bodycon sequin dress.
Honestly, I feel like we could find a way to wear it.
We could make it work, but like I just don't. It's not the same as it was then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was it.
That's that.
The green squiggle. Which honestly, I was hating on it, but I would wear it. I don't know where that thing went. Bring it back.
All right. Well, we're going to pause here and we're going to come back with part 2. We're going to expand more on 2020.
Yep.
You know, the dark ages.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit more about thrifting and we're going to end.
Sounds good.
All right.
Woohoo.
Cool. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.